नाही ते हातात ठेवणार आहे कारण ते सगळीकडे फिरावं लागणार आहे म्हणून. ओके आता मी ऑन केलं आहे. हो का? ओके एक मिनिट स्टँडवर ठेवून बघतो थोडा सुरुवातीच्यासाठी, पण नंतर फिरवताना मग इकडे तिकडे जाताना करावं लागेल दुसरं. ओके जस्ट होल्ड ऑन. ओके होल्ड ऑन मी चालूच ठेवतोय फोन. हा विहंग तो स्टँड दे.
You can move it around with this one as well. You shouldn't don't use the selfie stick.
विहंग ते बंद कर आता. ते बंद कर आता. हे चालूच करणार आहे. हां लिव्ह इट नाव. कुठे गेला फोन? सोनल आता येते ना? ओके मग आता मी इथून सेट करतो त्याला आता. ते पडतं रे ते त्याला बरोबर नाही आहे. सेट कर. दिसतंय का सोनल त्याला? फुल स्क्रीन कर. फुल स्क्रीन कर आणि तुझे बाकीचे बंद कर मिनिमाइज करून. सगळे गेम बंद कर. इज देयर एनीथिंग गेम गोइंग ऑन? हॅलो ओके आता मी एक पॉज करतो आणि मग परत चालू करतो. ओके सो दॅट विल बी कट ऑफ नाव. आता ओके परत चालू केलं आहे आता. ते दिसतंय की इकडे दाखव मला. लेट मी सी व्हॉट हाऊ इट लुक्स लाईक. कुठे असं? आता मी वर हातात पकडलेलं आहे त्याला. हां हां ओके ओके ठीक आहे. आता लाईव्ह चालू करणार आहे. ओके ठीक आहे. इथं सगळे येत आहेत तिकडे. इथे ठेव. पुढे ठेव. हे कोणाचं आहे? बरोबर. ओके ओके
वॉल्यूम चेक करायचं एकदा सांगा की वॉल्यूम बरोबर आहे. एकदा बघ. नाही आता लोक
टेबल नंबर कुठे कळणार आहे म्हणे?
must be Chris. Yes, Chris, I'm Jay. Urvi? Hi, I'm Jay. Good to meet you. Jay, how's it going? You couldn't make it. Devang couldn't make it. Look after it. No problem at all. So that his wine is.
हॅलो हॅलो सोनल. आता सगळेजण आत बसायला येत आहेत सगळे. आता मी काय करतो एक पॉज करतो एकदा आणि मग फ्रेश चालू करतो. ओमपेगला क्लोजअप घेतो. ओके सर ओके ठेवतो आता. पब्लिकला घेतो. ओके जसे पकड करून पकड. हॅलो हॅलो वेलकम टू www.mymarathi.co.uk. So we are giving this program live. OMPEG first anniversary party to be telecast live by mymarathi.co.uk. Oh yes, thank you. हॅलो हॅलो सोनल. हां ओके आता मी चालू आहे. एनी टाईम हे चालू होईल. मी क्लोजअप इकडे करतो. जेवढं दाखवतो ओमपेगला. हां ओके परत रेकॉर्डिंग करतो मग. ओके याला विहंग याला देतो. हे दाखव मला. मला बोलायचं आहे इंट्रोडक्शन. शो मी ऑन द स्क्रीन. दाखव टर्न कर इकडे. I can see here. दाखव. Hello, Namaskar Mandali. I am Dr. Vijen Renge, presenting to you first time ever live streaming of OMPEG function, OMPEG event at Lords. This is the first anniversary event and we are streaming it live through www.mymarathi.co.uk. Welcome. Hello. हॅलो आता चालू झाला.
Good evening, everyone. We'll just start and request you to settle down, please.
चालू होता. Yes, starting झाला. Everything now. हॅलो चालू केलं आता. हां
Hello.
Hello.
Mic testing.
Mic testing.
1 2 4 1 2 4. Think it away.
So she started going back.
हॅलो सोनल. आता एनी टाइम सुरू होत आहे. एनी सुरू होत आहे. मी स्टेबिलिटी स्टँडवर ठेवलं. ओके आता मी बंद करतो आणि परत चालू करतो. ओके कारण हे लाईव्ह जाणार आहे.
We are starting in about 30 seconds. I request everyone to please settle down and take your seats, please, so we can begin in time. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can I have your attention, please? We are formally starting the event now. Thank you. Good evening, welcome, suswagatam, namaskar, राम राम, सत श्री अकाल. ओमपेकच्या पहिल्या वर्धापन दिनामध्ये आपलं सर्वांचं सहर्ष स्वागत आहे. थँक यू व्हेरी मच फॉर बिंग हिअर. व्हेन्यू कसा आहे? हाऊ इज द व्हेन्यू? अहो म्हटलं झालं वर्ष, होऊ द्या खर्च. Friends, I'm Aniruddha Kaprekar. You all know me, Ani. On behalf of entire OMPEG core group, Jay, Ravi, Dilip, Sushil, where's Sushil? And where's Dilip? And Atharva. And on behalf of me, Ani, I welcome you all for OMPEG's first anniversary celebration. Thank you very much for being here. 2015, this was just an idea cooking in heads of some people. And look what it's turned into. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's stunning from where it has gone. And you saw the short film, which was done by a young Atharva. Thank you, Atharva. See, this morning, I live in Manchester, and this morning when I was traveling, to be here for this event, I couldn't help myself but think about last year when we launched the event in April 2016, and some striking things. When things happen which are interrelated, related to each other, what do we say? Kai yoga yoga. Fantastic. Yeah, or what a coincidence, that we say in Marathi. What a coincidence. So last year we wanted to launch OMPEG around Akshay Tritiya, which I believe was in May, but we couldn't. So we had to do it in April last year, but we wanted to do it around Akshay Tritiya. Yesterday was Akshay Tritiya, which is one of the most auspicious day in Indian calendar. Very good. Well done. Secondly, when we launched OMPEG last year, it was at a sporting venue. And now we are celebrating 1 year. We are again at home of cricket, again a sporting venue. Or what a coincidence. The person who was responsible to get us the venue for our launch event, the Sudbury Golf Club, is the same person because of whom we could get this fantastic event. Very own Madhu Gupte. Same person again. Kai yoga. So I'll start welcoming everyone, but first I'll start with welcoming Madhu and Ulka. Thank you very much for getting us venue. Now, of course, many things are coincidence. Some are by design, by a lot of hard work of OMPEG core members who have been working throughout the last year. All of you who have been contributing to growth of OMPEG, that's all by design. But all of this couldn't function if it was not for encouragement, support, go do it kind of attitude, that always with a pat on back, encouraged by some of the seniors and high achievers from the society. And we have some of them today with us, distinguished guests. I'll introduce to them in detail, but today, just now, I just want to welcome them on behalf of OMPEG. Uday Dholakia. Thank you very much. Welcome, Uday. Jasbir Singh Parmar. Welcome to OMPEG's anniversary. Banesh Prabhu. Welcome to this evening. And Milind Kangle. Welcome to OMPEG's first anniversary evening. Now this evening, in this spectacular manner, in this fantastic venue, wouldn't have been possible if not for some of our great sponsors. And I would like to actually, I'm going to thank and welcome each and every sponsor. And wherever you are, because beyond this second, third table, I can't see anywhere, I'm not wearing my glasses. So wherever you are, I'll give a shout out very proudly please make yourself known to the room, because it's only because of you we are able to host this magnificent event in this spectacular venue. So I'm just going to read from the list. Our platinum sponsors are, first I'll start with Madhvi and Ravi, Madhvi Amdekar and Ravi Gadgil from Columbus. Columbus is a global matrimony site specifically catering to NRI community across the world. So if you're not hitched, you know where to go. If you're already hitched and maybe thinking of some expansion, you know where to go. Then we have Devang Gandhi is not here, but Urvi Desai and Chris Riley from Datamatics Group. Datamatics is a global software and services company specializing in payroll, resource provision, and they have a lot of offshore setups. In fact, if you are a contractor in UK and you want to make most of your money, you know where to go. That's Datamatics. Manoj Karkhanis from Decimal Factor. Is Manoj here? Manoj is not here. Manoj Karkhanis runs Decimal Factor as CEO, innovative merchant business and funding organization, and Manoj hits 4s and 6s whenever he is on OMPEG dais. So I'm sure Manoj will join us soon. Akshay Shah from Ace Accounting, providing expert accounting and tax services. In fact, many of OMPEG businesses are already clients of Akshay. Thank you, Akshay. Welcome. And our final platinum sponsor is Jay Tehsildar, Mercurius IT, global IT services provider, a very recognized Microsoft and SAP partner. So, and apart from business deals, if you want to discuss a good business proposition in a very calm and quiet manner, you know where to go. So thank you very much, and I welcome all our platinum sponsors. I would like to now welcome our gold sponsors. First, Rahul Ithape, Nakshi. It's a very innovative global place for art, design and fashion. Highly innovative venture. Have a go look at Nakshi. It's a global marketplace for art. Sujay Sohni and Subodh Joshi from Sri Krishna Vada Pav. Well, name says it all. Probably every person in this room knows about Sri Krishna Vada Pav, and if you don't, then you're missing something in your life. The name says it all. I don't have to even say what they provide. The best of Maharashtrian delicacies. Welcome Sujay, welcome Subodh. Our third gold sponsor is a gentleman named as Ani Kaprekar, who is holding this microphone just now. Who is from Banyan Tree Answers, who is an executive coach, life coach and a mentor. And Ani incidentally brings 25 years of spirituality, business and leadership experience to the world of coaching and mentoring. Thank you, Ani. Welcome. And finally, I would like to welcome all our silver sponsors. Fantastic guys chipped in very, very well. Renuka Fundke, VR Mortgage Solutions, provides with the best mortgage rates and deals. So if you're considering a house purchase or remortgage, you know where to go. Bhagyashri Shah from UK Nova. I think Bhagyashri and Dipesh are not in the room. UK Nova is a specialist software services provider extending collaboration. We have Ranjita Dalvi and Shivani Prabhune from Dalvi Wealth Management, providing expert wealth management advice, and they incidentally did a very special session for OMPEG recently in Milton Keynes. So welcome. Rahul Golab, Best Choice Travels. Is Rahul here? Is Rahul? Rahul's not here. Yeah, okay. Rahul is one-stop travel shop. If you want to ever book flights or anything travel related, especially all OMPEG guys are now all gravitating towards Rahul. So I welcome Rahul and please convey my welcome to him. Abhay Joshi from Elephant Connect, accelerating careers in science and maths through tutoring, mentoring and training. So any of you who are worrying about your kids' education, you know whom to contact. Shweta Mantri, from Bani? She's not here. Bani is an initiative by Fashion Heritage. It provides local artisan with experience and skills with ancient Indian arts, such as right from pottery to candle making. So I welcome Bani and Shweta Mantri, and whenever they're here, please do meet them. Prasad Kulkarni from Pandit UK Limited. It's a big channel and network for Maharashtrian food ingredients, right from spices to cereals. So for any of your needs, Pandit UK and Prashant Kulkarni is your man. Saujanya Fagare from Trufis is not in the room. It's Trufis is a rapidly growing crowdfunding platform and Saujanya runs it. Sachin Kadam from Arge Enterprises, again a big channel and network for fresh vegetables, food. They're doing a lot from multiple countries, India, South Africa, all the way. So for your fresh vegetables and supplies. Meeta Pandit Rao, APMS Tech Collaborations. They are well known and big time, and I have to get this word right, floriculturist. And never pronounced this word in my life. But I know what it is. So if you have a big date coming up, or if you just want to, you want to score some brownie point with your spouses, you know where to go. Best of flowers.
They import only in containers.
They only import containers. Now, if you want to do that container supply kind of thing, you can always contact Madhavi and Ravi, and they always will arrange for. Okay. Manjiri Gokhale Joshi. Manjiri is not here. Abhay's wife. Manjiri was also once a core member of OMPEG. Runs Maya Care, which is an NGO dedicated to providing care to old people in Pune and surrounding regions. Nayan Gala. Is Nayan here?
No, it's not.
Nayan's not here.
He's going to come.
Nayan Gala is from LK Housing, a well-known real estate agent and housing finance providers. So these have been all our platinum, gold and silver sponsors. I welcome all of you to this fantastic evening. It's because of you we are able to make this evening possible. I welcome you and thank you again. So, finally, what's this evening about? It's the first anniversary celebration of OMPEG. What we are going to do now, we are going to take a quick recap of OMPEG. Then we are going to hear from our distinguished guests who have presented the room. We'll hear their word of advice. Then we'll run an interactive session where all of us can participate. So interactive session about OMPEG. And then finally, that will be followed by our first ever 2017 OMPEG UK Honours. Once UK Honours are done, then we'll take a short break. We'll do photo ops. We have a grand cake here by Mayura Chinagi. Is Mayura in the room?
No, they are coming.
They're coming. So we'll have a grand cake cutting around 7:45, and then it's a sit-down dinner, networking, drinks, and party abhi shuru hui hai. So again, once again, I welcome you all. Thank you for being here in the first anniversary celebrations of OMPEG. Thank you. Sushil and Jay, OMPEG recap. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. It gives me immense pleasure to see this day today in this fantastic venue, in the presence of august audience here. So it is really my pleasure to stand in front of all of you and give a prehistoric talk how OMPEG came about. It was in June 2014 when I had finished my first term as president of Maharashtra Mandal London, and there was a bit of void in my life. बोलते हैं ना, खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर होता है. So that's when I was thinking, यार कुछ तो करना चाहिए, यार, something needs to be done. I was running my now defunct business, or probably a business which has now been overpowered by my social entrepreneurship. So that is on the back burner. So that was in May, June 2014. I was thinking, let's do something about or for business community, Maharashtrian and business. Slightly doesn't go well. असं मला तेव्हा वाटलं होतं, but it's not a case anymore. So that time I had a view of something grand. म्हणजे माझं सगळंच grand असतं, काही लोकांना माहिती असेल, dream big वगैरे वगैरे. आणि there are few people to get me down and make me more realistic about it as well. So त्यावेळेस अशी आयडिया होती की एक महाराष्ट्रीयन चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्स, म्हणजे असं काही छोटं नाही ना, डायरेक्ट चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्स. तर तसा तो विचार होता. अँड त्याचं नाव पण असं ब्रिटिश महाराष्ट्रीयन चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्स, BMCC वगैरे, आणि डायरेक्ट वेबसाईट वगैरे बनवून टाकली होती मी. आणि इट्स स्टील देअर, आय थिंक bplus.co.uk, यू कॅन स्टील सी मिशन, विजन अँड ऑल दॅट स्टफ. पण कसं असतं की एनी आयडिया हॅज टू हॅव द राईट टाइम. ते म्हणतात ना, किस्मत से ज्यादा और वक्त से पहले किसी को कुछ नहीं मिला, त्यातला तो प्रकार आहे. सो इफ द आयडिया इज वे टू अहेड ऑफ इट्स टाइम, अगेन इट डज नॉट रियली सक्सेसफुल. अँड इफ द आयडिया इज वे लेट, देन ऑब्वियसली समबडी हॅज टेकन द बेटन अगेन. सो since 2014 I was knocking few doors, digging few holes. Somehow they were not right holes, the planets were not aligning properly, so on and so forth. And somehow it so happened, जसं म्हणतात, ग्रह सगळे काय लाईनीत लागले आणि things started falling in place. And that was when I met a few noble souls because of which this reality happened. तर आता आपण बघूया, next slide. We tried that BMCC went त्याचा IP कसं घेणार, त्याचं ट्रेडमार्क वगैरे वगैरे. So that went about governance structure, so on and so forth. माझ्या पहिल्या ईमेलमध्ये I was just going through it. It was 22nd July. I said we need to at least have nice 100 SMEs. So that was my dream. I think we are 60 today, but I think we will definitely reach it in our second year anniversary celebrations. तर OMPEGचं सेंट्रल लंडनचं हेडक्वार्टर्स, विच इज बेकर स्ट्रीटमध्ये, द शेक्सपियर्स शेरलॉक होम्सच्या आपल्या त्या लाऊंजमध्ये द फर्स्ट मीटिंग हॅपन, फर्स्ट ऑफ द मेनी मीटिंग्स हॅपन. त्याच्यामध्ये an idea was floated, or this idea I shared with few people, few like-minded people, and it was grabbed by both hands, this idea, specify करायला. So it was grabbed by both hands, the idea, and it went very well. So you can see some nice teas, cakes and all that. That was 9th of January 2016. आणि that's how the whole thing progressed. आणि त्याच्यानंतर we went on to form एक minute. Then we came up with some ideas ki what would be the ideal name. So we bantered around few names ki Maharashtrian आहे, Marathi आहे, Maharashtrianचं काय, professionals, entrepreneurs. So it went along like that. आणि eventually जयच्या creative idea मधनं असे ते निघाले की maybe overseas Maharashtrian professionals and entrepreneurs group. It's a paragraph, but then when you have the acronyms in place, it just nicely sums up our life. You know, सकाळी उठून ओम म्हणायचं आणि finish the day on PEG. So it all nicely juxtaposed itself, and OMPEG was born around that time. आणि त्यानंतर we started having a bit of what can be done in terms of the visual identity, the logo and all that. आणि त्याच्यानंतर this story was born. जन्मभूमी आपली सगळ्यांची भारत माता, कर्मभूमी UK, mix them together. Obviously महाराष्ट्र आपला अंतर्य आहे सदा. So it was mixing of those two things. समुद्रपार झळकूया, यश पताका नव्या सदा. आणि all of that has gelled nicely into this triangles which represent the color and the ethos of the whole thing. And I think now OMPEG has strongly entrenched itself with the logo and identity. And I'm sure you like the simplicity of the logo. The more simple it is, the more effective it is. And this came about with the creative genius of Anik Aprekar and Sharad Agrawal. Sharad Agrawal Sharad is a very noble soul. He's a web developer. He's a web developer of lots of other websites over here. So if anyone wants to do any website or IT support, I'm speaking on his behalf. And I think he is seeing, hi Sharad. Unfortunately, he can't come, but he said, "Yaar, kuch baat kar lo yaar, mala nahi hai," so that's fine. So he's a good soul, and he helped us, and he's helping us maintaining the OMPEG site. So thank you, Sharad, once again. And I mentioned Teje Graha. तेजे ग्रह सगळे एकत्र आले. So that was so those planets. I would like to kind of just tell what about those planets that came along. And that was creative genius Anik Aprekar joined us. Then the person who is the bulldozer and the realism person, ensuring that our feet on our ground, Jay Tehsildar was there. Then Manjari Gokhale Doshi, our single female engine power, and she was so good that she was poached by an Indian company. Now she is a chief executive officer in an Indian company. We have got Himanshu Desai, unfortunately had to leave because of his personal reasons. Then we have got a extremely optimistic, enthusiastic, bubbly, chubbly, young Dilip Amdekar, who has been there instrumental from day one. And recently, and our neural network, which reaches to each and every corner in each and every one of you, and that is Ravi Gadgir. And a recent kid on the block, as he was saying, an extremely intellectual. That's IQ is much more than probably all of us, which is Atharva Tillu. So Atharva Tillu is now also a new member. And the core committee works on a flat basis. There's no president. There's no. Everyone picks up the baton and moves on with the whole thing. So this was our inauguration event on 10th April. Shri Pratap Shirke and Shri Dhananjay Mungre were present. Mungre sir was present through video, and Pratap Shirke was there. So that was our official launch. And website launch is ompeg.org.uk, as probably all of you know. And the real work starts now, so I'll hand over to Jay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll use this mic so that I can move around. Don't like to get tied down. Can you all hear me at the back? Right, okay. So, OMPEG's first year, Blue Sky of Sahyadri. Namaskar Mandari. I'm Jay Tehsildar, founder and CEO of Mercurius IT. I've been overseas Maharashtrian since last 18 years. And because we all know that OMPEG is all about overseas Maharashtrian professionals and entrepreneurs, I want to start this recap with one question, our age-old question, everybody knows about it. Glass half full or glass half empty? What do you think? Any thoughts? Half full, wow. Majority of you, just, I think I didn't hear anybody saying empty, right? Wonderful. So that's all about positivity. But Google this and then you'll find so many different ideas and thoughts around it. Believe me, as a professional and then entrepreneur for the last 25 years, first part of my career, I've been always glass half full. Well, literally. Because, you know, that glass half full was really my Maharashtrian content and risk-averse soul. First 12-13 years, I was glass half full. And then sometime in 2005, I decided now it's time to look at the other side of the story. And when I decided to become an entrepreneur, I realized I was glass half empty. Nothing to do with pessimism or anything. It's just that I looked at the opportunity. I said, this is undervalued. And it has tremendous potential to grow. Glass empty, let's pour it in. And you know what? A year ago, when we started OMPEG, all of us together here, that's where we were actually. We were all, at that particular point, a few entrepreneurs, a few professionals, but many entrepreneurs. You know, that was the story of OMPEG a year ago. We realized early on that we cannot run this as a 100-meter sprint. It has to be a marathon. Little slow and boring to begin with, but very rich award at the end. And that's really OMPEG's story really right now, because unlike a few exceptions, most of us are really either about to start or want to start. We can learn a lot from some of our Gujarati and Punjabi friends here, because you know, these guys have done it for a long time. I can clearly see this is going to be a generation shift. It has to be a generation effort, and truly OMPEG can be successful if we all approach it as a generation-long project. So if you all agree with me, let's move on. Manoj, welcome. So when we started, obviously, we started with a proper vision. Fortunately, people like Dhananjay Mungre and Pratap Shetty helped us to form this vision, to establish a platform for nurturing the spirit of entrepreneurship within the UK-based Maharashtrian community. It's important to have a clear vision. And then we sat together, debated, scribbled a few words, and we said, let's come out with good mission statements as well. I'm not going to read it all, it's all there on our website. But I'll come to actually some of these words a little later to just talk about what did we really achieve in last 1 year. Not much, but at least we started. We brought about this membership program, something that was within reach for everybody who wanted to be part of it. We made it very simple. And then, gradually, the numbers started picking up. There were lots and lots of opportunities ahead. I think almost 90% of you have been part of this whole story for last 1 year. Lots of activities, lots of special interest groups, lots of networking, a buzzing WhatsApp group. Do you all think that made a big difference? Yes. Brilliant, brilliant. I mean, it's such a fantastic platform, social media platform, for about how many? 162 as of this morning, or perhaps this was from last week, so perhaps 170 now. And it's growing very fast. I'm just wondering what we are going to do when we reach 256. We'll have to invent something else. But that's been really the story for last 1 year. Most of these pictures you'll recognize, but what I'll do is I'll just move on to the next slide. And out of those 6 mission statements we had written actually in the first year, we perhaps worked on 4. There is a lot to be done, I agree. The first one was promote entrepreneurship by creating a strong platform of collaboration. We talked about WhatsApp, Facebook, networking meets, but most important thing perhaps I can see now that's happening is those special interest groups. And Ravi, thank you very much for your efforts along with Ajay Pawar here. Lots of special interest group meetings are happening. Those people who are really kind of specialists in certain areas, they are coming on board. They are bringing small groups of 20, 30 people together once a month, once every 2 months, and getting into the nitty-gritties. It's not just kind of come meet, greet, and have a glass of wine. We said we'll create avenues for coaching and mentoring professionals and entrepreneurs. We had early on workshops by Dhananjay Mungre and Aftab Malhotra, and many more. I mean, we can't really finish it all, but I've been hearing fantastic stories in last 1 year. The members have taken it up to themselves really. They are connecting with each other. The senior ones are mentoring the juniors and the budding entrepreneurs. And that's fantastic. That's what we wanted to create. We wanted to create the avenue. Sponsor networking opportunities to cross-pollinate ideas and learning and growth. OMPEG Showcase is in January. I think most of you attended that, and that was kind of a turning point because 30 of us came forward to present our business ideas, and that really started creating the buzz as well. The last one, of course, that we could do something about was represent Maharashtrian entrepreneurship within and outside the UK. On 3rd and 4th of June, as part of LMS, LMS stroke OMPEG would be awarding OMPEG Entrepreneurship Award. The initiative primarily run by Dilip and Sushil. So kudos to you guys, you really did really well for that. So guys, what did we do during last 1 year? We created a lot of traction. We created a lot of buzz. But if not anything else, I think we created a lot of positive energy. I think that's really going to be our biggest achievement for the first year. I'm sure there are a lot more things which have happened, but that positive energy that I can see on that WhatsApp group and otherwise has been fantastic. And at that point, I'm going to get Sushil in again, because that last event that we are talking about, LMS, also has a business track with it. So Sushil, can you please talk about that particular event?
Thank you, Jay. You see this fantastic venue, an amazing backdrop of London in the 21st century. Guess what it is? It's Canary Wharf, very own Canary Wharf. L39 is a prestigious venue in 1 Canada Square. So whenever I say 1 Canada Square, I feel as if like I'm speaking as if I'm sitting in Air Force One, something like that. It's a very prestigious address itself, that catches everyone's attention. And so why I'm describing this? The reason for that is, as Jay mentioned, as part of LMS OMPEG, there was this competition completely entirely run by Dilip Amdekar's enthusiasm and foresight, obviously supported by all the OMPEG members. And that was a global Maharashtrian entrepreneurship competition, wherein we got participants from Hong Kong, Singapore, even Australia, UK, and primarily from India. And 107 members participated in the first such competition, which was, I think, a great achievement. And thanks Dilip for running it right from conceptualization till the end goal. And there were 5 independent panel of judges in India who vetted all these applications. There was a thorough weightage to all of this. And then based on that, we chose 2 winners in the established category and 2 winners in the startup categories. So they will be awarded a London ticket plus a stay and £3,000 and £2,000 each as part of London Marathi Sammelan. So now you'll be thinking, what is London Marathi Sammelan? This is an event that is happening on 2nd, 3rd and 4th June, with the primary motive and primary focus is to celebrate the success of each one of you. You have done fantastically well coming into this country, establishing and making yourself known and enjoying this lavish beauty in Lords. How many of 1.25 billion people can imagine the success that we are all achieving? So we have to celebrate this success, and that is LMS for you. This is our LMS, everyone else's LMS. We have to celebrate our successes. We have to come out and bang our chests. This is the world where we have to market ourselves. You have seen other communities. We have to let us at least mimic and make our presence felt, and that is London Marathi Sammelan. And that's happening on 2nd, 3rd and 4th June. So in addition to the cultural element, there is, of course, a business element, and we have to appreciate, LMS appreciates, everyone appreciates the risk that we all take as entrepreneurs in our lives, and that is celebrating the Entrepreneurship Summit. That's happening on the 2nd June. So I'd like to give a very brief analogy, and that 2nd June event is an event like a rocket. The fuel of that rocket is Dilip Amdekar and Manoj. So let us play with the word Manoj, Manoj, if you just read it in reverse, it is Jo Naam. Jo jis naam mein Karkhanis hai. So that Manoj Karkhanis is the fuel of that rocket as well. So Manoj and Dilip are really driving this rocket forward in terms of the 2nd June Business Summit. And that is powered by the boosters we have got to put us in the orbit. And those boosters that are going to help us in that orbit are Milind Kangle, Banesh Prabhu, Jay Tahsildar, Dr. Mahadev Bide. So we have got 4 fantastic, powerful boosters that are going to set us in the nice orbit around the Earth. And we all would be the passengers enjoying the beauty of it. So all of you are welcome. The tickets will be on sale from tomorrow. Yeah. So tomorrow the tickets will be on sale, and we have got fantastic keynote speakers, globally acclaimed keynote speakers. Asim Chandavarkar is going to come. Polaris Shekon. Swapnil Randave is going to come. Then the OBE, Mr. Remy Ranger is going to come. CBE, Mr. Remy Ranger is going to come. And OBE, Mr. Ranjit Singh is going to come. So these are the powerful keynote speakers who are going to be there. Plus the awards, the global awards will be awarded. And there will be a massive networking opportunity for each one of you to link up with the Indian counterparts coming, roughly around 40 to 50 Indian counterparts, with a roughly average revenue of 500 crores and above. They are going to be around. So it will be a great network for you to boost your global aspirations. So please be part of that LMS business element. And in the evening, you can just ease yourselves into a fantastic, luxurious cruise that will be on River Thames. That will be on a biggest cruise. Since it is the biggest cruise on River Thames, Tower Bridge will open for us. Tower Bridge will open for us, not once but twice. So enjoy all this luxury, all this beauty, all this networking, all this fantastic entrepreneurship, and enjoy and celebrate our successes as well. And that is LMS Business Summit for you. So that is on 2nd June, followed by 3rd and 4th, which is the cultural element. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. So that is for that. Thank you, Gaurav.
You're welcome, Sushil. He's one man. It just doesn't stop. Right, okay. Not about your speaking. I'm talking about your work, of course. Right. So we talked about great traction. We talked about great buzz and positive energy and everything. Really, but the question is, what really happened during this last 1 year, and what do we do next from here? So the next section of this event today is really going to be what's next for OMPEG, and we have divided it in 2 parts. One, of course, let's hear from our chief guests. And then second part would be, let's hear from you guys. So the first part would be run, of course, by Anirudh, and the second one by Atharva.
This is all. Just need to confirm. Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you very much, Sushil. While you both were talking, actually, I was reflecting, because of course it was 1 year OMPEG journey. And out of all the things that you said, one stayed with me and always stays with me, that when we started OMPEG, we didn't form any formal structure. We didn't make any committee or president or chairman or any of that sort. And the reason was we focused on our intention. We believed that if we have purity of intention, we can seek clarity through perception. And then we decided to play on each other's strengths. That was everything. And the reason why we could play on each other's strengths, because all of us, core group, working within as a group, were very keen to learn. We didn't see ourselves that we have reached somewhere. We just thought we have to go somewhere. And that going somewhere happens not just by learning from each other, but also learning from people who have already experienced success, been through this journey. Our mentors, our supporters, our guides, but most importantly, our well-wishers. So today we have with us 4 distinguished guests. I'll call them OMPEG well-wishers and friends, and we are going to hear from them. We're going to first start with Uday Dholakia ji. Uday was also with us, incidentally, when OMPEG was launched. So those of you attended the OMPEG launch event may remember Uday. In fact, in the entire function, Uday was the only one who reminded us of Shivaji Maharaj's business acumen. I still remember that. So Uday is well known in UK business community. He's a specialist international marketing and business development guy. He's chairman of NABA, which is National Asian Business Association. Uday is also an independent director and advisor to many British and international organizations. He is a brand ambassador for Birmingham International Airport, a trustee in East Midlands Zoological Society, and he sits on various important government committees. In 2009, Uday was awarded an OBE. And right from April 2016, he is an OMPEG friend and OMPEG well-wisher. So ladies and gentlemen, Uday Dholakia.
Thank you very much for that generous introduction. Maina Vinamwa Abhinandana, Ariya Aditi, Sri Milind Saab Kaleng Ji, Sri Banesh Saab Prabhu Ji, Sardar Jasbir Parmar Ji, Mahia Priya Mitra OMEG, congratulations on your first anniversary. I am humbled to be invited to the home of cricket by OMEG today. I stand before you in humility and take the opportunity to salute our heroes. Ajit Wadekar, Gaikwad, Nandrani Gupte, Chandu Borde, Vengaskar, Eknath, Solkar, Dravid, Gavaskar, and Tendulkar, to name a few Maharashtrians. And Madhu Gupte as well. I was given an email saying you've got 4 minutes and get on with it, so my apologies, sir. But Maharashtrians have made a great mark here, in this place, but in the hearts and minds of this country. In my limited abilities, I have paved a roadmap for the establishment of a National Asian Business Association, Chambers of Commerce. I'm confident that leaders in the rooms like Jasbirji and Jay and his team will take the baton and take the organization and synergies to the next stage. In terms of economic success of our communities, we must take the inspiration from African American and Hispanic Chambers of Commerce. Success, in terms of the 4 minutes that you gave me, Jay, success will depend, in my humble opinion, on 3 things. Number 1, unstinting and generous leadership, time and money from within the community, and the list today reflects that. Number 2, sacrifice and empathy to build coalition and common purpose to reach out to other communities as well. Finally, number 3, nurturing and accommodating talent amongst us, young, women, not so young, and minorities among us as well. In summing up, Mahe Gahan Atar. Last year, no, year before, Jay, when we opened, launched the OMEG, we had a lovely tradition of lighting the diwa. I'd like to present a small momentum to OMPEG to reflect my love and admiration for all of you. So if I can get you and your OMPEG colleagues here, and Jasbirji as well here, I'd like to make a presentation, if I may, please.
So very kind of you. That's all. Thank you so much. I'll hold it. Yeah, I'll just.
Ravi.
Raise all the OMPEG events with some flowers to start this concert. Thank you. Thank you.
ठीक
Thank you very, very much, Uday. That was a very touching gesture. We didn't know about it. Thank you very much. Very generous of you. How does this happen? A Maharashtrian, whatever, cultural or a business function. How does Ganpati Bappa just arrives? I think I will again say, Kai Yoga Yoga, what a coincidence. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Uday. I'm now going to introduce one Maharashtrian, distinctly Maharashtrian achiever who's here today. But before I call him and introduce him, I have a question for you. And that question is, if I say the tagline, call the world for less, call the world for less, which mobile services provider that probably you have seen pictures of all across UK, buses, tube, magazine, flights, which name comes to your mind? Leica Mobile. How could we miss it? I'm sure you've seen it somewhere or the other. Leica Mobile. Now, did you know that the man who was running Leica Mobile for 10 years as a group CEO, building a very strong foundation, a very, very healthy and commercial brand, was our very own Milind Kangle, who's here with us. Thank you, Milind. Milind is also an avid runner. He's run many half marathons and raises money through that for cancer research. So Milind, without much ado, we would like to hear from you. Ladies and gentlemen, Milind Kangle.
Thank you, Annie. Good evening, friends, distinguished guests. First of all, I want to thank OMPEG for inviting me to this glorious evening today. Heartiest congratulations to the core team at OMPEG for really, setting up the pace and launching the forum and really getting some fantastic momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, let's give one more round of applause to the core team. Now, I was asked to, again, speak for 4 minutes, but one thing in entrepreneurship is entrepreneurs break all rules. And there is no such thing as 4 minutes with me, Jay. So. Yeah, I think we are at this fantastic, iconic venue. And, I don't think I can give you guys, sort of micro comments on OMPEG, your performance, and where you should be heading next. I think which we can take up perhaps offline. But I thought, a venue like this where you've seen global personalities come in and really show some fantastic performances, we should look at performance. And when I say performance, in this venue, let's analyze how this wonderful, tiny nation punches really, really well above its weight in the Olympics. I'm sure all of you were there witnessing 2012. And it's all about performance, it's about the journey. And that's why I think OMPEG is on a journey. That's why I think a number of established businesses, a number of entrepreneurs are on a journey. And what is it that made this country achieve such great heights in the Olympics? So British Olympic team starts performing, or rather preparing 8 years in advance, and they pay their sportsmen, the surrounding teams and what have you for 8 years. And they have 7 key principles that they adopt, right? The first key principle is they set a very compelling vision, very clear objectives, and ambitious goals, which is what we see here with OMPEG and with your businesses. That's clearly a responsibility of leadership, and leaders within organizations have to set that vision. And I'm reminded of a very famous saying by this German statesman, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, says, dream no small dreams, for they do not move the hearts of men. Right? So I think it's really important to set very clear vision, clear objectives, lofty goals, and really go all out to make it happen. The second key principle that Britain adopted was in a very rigorous selection of key people, and what they call as the podium people, i.e. the people that you select, are they going to make it to the podium or not? The third key principle is they surround people who on the these key people with supporting people, with supporting staff, with supporting infrastructure, equipment, training, and so on and so forth. So I mean, all these principles are truly applicable in businesses as well as for OMPEG. The fourth key principle is recognize success, which OMPEG is doing today. I believe we're going to be recognizing a few businesses tonight. And that's absolutely vital for any business, for any organization. The fifth key principle is measure, measure, and measure. And that's where I think, Jai, we had a few discussions, is I think OMPEG needs to set some KPIs, as we said in businesses, whether it's a balanced scorecard, whether it's, not in your case, revenue objectives, but very clear, measurement standards. And I've looked at many businesses which, owners are, involved in day-to-day management. They're consumed by meetings and, huge demands on time from various quarters. But really, they lose sight on the key performance measures. I mean, how many hits are coming to my website? Increasingly consumers are embarking on non-linear journeys, as we call it, where they look at a product online and then they go to a shop to buy a product and so on and so forth. So have you set the right KPIs? Are you measuring it? And measure, measure, measure. That's a key principle. The next key principle is the team appoint coaches. And when we say coaches, are these coaches former medal winners? Do they know how to coach? Do they have the same passion to win as the competitors themselves? And again, key principles. And the final thing is there is a method. So when Sir Dave was appointed as the head of the British Olympic cycling team in, I think it was in 2002, Britain had only won one medal in the previous 76 years. And that all changed when he became the head. Britain went on to win 7 gold medals in the Beijing Olympics in 2008, and subsequently 4 years later they matched the same performance. Now he had a method. He went and studied Kaizen and all the various techniques in management, and he came up with the method for making minute improvements, and I forget the name that it's called. But however, he broke down cycling into a number of different components and targeted a 1% increase in each of those micro components, which when aggregated together made a substantial difference in performance. So really, I mean, it's all about a journey, and high performance, whether it's OMPEG or businesses, is all about the journey. It's about embarking on that journey and not about that single race. And I'd like to end with echoing Gautam Buddha, which says it's better to travel well than to arrive. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for my 4 minutes. Thank you for listening to me, and have a wonderful evening tonight.
Milind, thank you very much. Connecting the sport venue with your sports story, highly motivating. I purposely did Milind's introduction in 2 halves. This first half I did before, and latter half I'm doing now. Because I said about Leica. Now, as if running Leica for 10 years from 2003 to 14 was not enough, Milind now runs Lucrum. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Lucrum. And he invests, mentors and guides startups, something that we absolutely love to hear at OMPEG. So I thought I will make that introduction later. So it stays with you. So once again, thank you very much, Milind. I would like now to introduce Jasbir Singh Parmar. Jasbir was born in Punjab, but he spent his early years in Mumbai, so he's a Mumbaikar, where his father actually served in Indian Armed Services. He finished his agricultural degree in Punjab and then came over to UK in '79. He is a former police officer. He was based in South London and for a short period served in royalty protection. So I presume that Queen and family. In 1987, he started a retail business and within 6 years had 4 retail outlets and a fast-growing wholesale business. Then in 1999, he decided to sell all his businesses to spend time with his growing family. Today, he owns a commercial post office in Kempston and a small portfolio of commercial and residential properties. And that's not enough. He's also very active in British politics. He served as a councillor and deputy group leader in Bedford Borough Council. He was a parliamentary candidate for the Conservative Party for Whalley in 2010 elections, then a police and crime commissioner candidate for Bedfordshire in 2012, and directly elected as mayor of Bedford Borough Council in 2015. I'm sure you must be following a different wristwatch. Currently, he's also the chairman of Bedfordshire Asian Business Association. This is a mouthful, so I'm just going to say Baba. And director of National Asian Business Association, NABA. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jasbir Singh Parmar.
Thank you very much. That was quite an introduction. I was just thinking, what a change. A police officer to a retailer, from a Heckler and Koch semi-machine gun to a pricing gun. That's quite a change. And that's the kind of change we guys have made, you know, those of us who've come from India. And sometimes, you know, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. If it wasn't for 3 months that my father was at sea and sent my mother home to Punjab, I would have been born in INS Ashwini in Colaba, Mumbai. But I have to live with that. Now, I'm following 2 great speakers, and it's a hard act to follow. So I'm not going to tell you anything about business, because from what you've heard from Annie is, you know, all those achievements in politics, not very good, you know. You don't get any silver medal for coming second, unfortunately. So when you lose your parliamentary election or your police commissioner election or your directly elected mayor election, you know, you don't get any medal. All you get is, you know, a lot of sore feet, you know, walking down the streets and delivering thousands of leaflets and sore knuckles and a few, you know, next time maybe, you know, that kind of thing. What I am going to speak about is the associations. Now, if I can compare running an association or OMPEG, I like the word OMPEG. It's a bit of a mixture of Hindi and Punjabi, you know, Om Hindi and Punjabi like they peg in the evening, you know, it's lovely. It's a lovely, you know, word to have. And I know the Maharashtrians also like their drink as well. So if we were to compare any organization as a family, now, family starts with courtship first, like you guys did just over a year ago when you were wrecking your brains, you know, what shall we do? And then comes the wedding, the launch. And now you're celebrating the first year. I remember that. I remember when it was my first year. I was so excited, full of enthusiasm, and you know, I remembered every single, you know, day, you know, 365 days after I got married. And then the fun starts or slows down after that. But this is where you guys come in. And I don't mean the organizers, because they are smashing people, but you guys, all you guys at the back there, right? Because without you, any organization will be defunct. It's you guys who will put the effort into it. It's a bit like bringing your children now, because now you've been married for a few years, now you've got children, right? And children can be pain at times, right? So this is where you guys have to carry on with the enthusiasm that you had when you were courting. You may pass on the mantle to somebody else, which is not a bad thing. You may bring new people in who will have fantastic ideas, better than you had, which is not a bad thing. But as long as you remember what you set this organization for, you would have had the financial gains if that's what the objective was. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what you get out of this is satisfaction. And you can't quantify it. You can't put your finger on that satisfaction. It's a satisfaction like no other satisfaction. You have spent a lot of time away from home, meeting people, driving back to maybe Manchester, late at night, going to meetings, which I have done with Uday Bhai, to different places, come back late, straight after work, and come home at 2 o'clock in the morning. Honestly, it was meetings. There was nothing else in there. My wife trusts me on that one. But it's all about energy. It's all about carrying the work through, right? Now, we are sitting on the tables with all the fantastic, cricketers we've had, and people who come from Maharashtra. By the way, Eknath Sorkar was my favorite cricketer of all time. He's a fantastic fielder as well. Great guy. And but it's all about the longer innings. It's about you guys hanging in on one side of the innings and allowing the other person to set himself in. This is what associations are all about. You guys are fantastic business people. You don't have to learn about business from me. You already know it. But as far as the associations are concerned, as far as your organization is concerned, it will only succeed if you put something into it. It's not what you get out of it, it's what you put into it. That's where the satisfaction will come from. You may not get any rewards for that, but the reward will come from here. You will know that you've done a great job. And tonight, you certainly have done a great job. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you very much, Jasbir. Thank you. I was listening to you, what you said earlier about the satisfaction, and something ages back, which I learned from a mentor, that if throughout the day you're doing a lot, and at the end of the day you're feeling tired, then inspect your work. If you're feeling happy, then that's the right thing. So thank you very much, Jasbir. Friends, at this stage, I would also like to introduce now another distinct Maharashtrian achiever who is in the room with us, Banish Prabhu. Banish has had 30 years of significant career in financial technology and operations. He had an illustrious over 22 years of career at Citibank as all global roles possible, CEO,